right, YouTube. Here we go. We are on Monday, Q15. We're going to be looking at using base 10 blocks to solve 5 times 30. And our new skill for this week is multiplication. Understanding that the multiplication sign, one way of thinking about it is groups of. When you see the multiplication sign, think groups of. Okay, 5 groups of 30 right off the bat. See the multiplication sign? Groups of. Write that down on your homework. Remember, you can use your homework for the tests. The multiplication sign means groups of. Okay, so how could I show 5 groups of 30? Well, why don't I make one group of 30? Bam. We know in class each straight is worth 10. I could even put a circle around it so that it really looks clear to me that that's one group of 30. How many groups of 30 do we need? We need 5 of them. 2 groups of 30. 3 groups of 30. 4 groups of 30. 5 groups of 30. Now we drew a model, but now we have to solve it. We know that each one of these is 30. So if you know how to skip count by 30s, you could do that. 30, 60, 90, 120, 150. But let's say you're not very confident about skip counting by 30s. Skip count by 10s. You're just going to have to count every one of the lines. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. So that's another way of getting the answer. I just counted each one of these straights. 2 different ways. You could skip count by 30s. You could skip count by 10s. You could group these like this and then go 60, 120. 120 plus 30 is 150. There's lots of different ways that kids could have got 150 there, but that is a model and solving. Okay, fill in the blanks. What do we got here? It looks like, how many groups do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 groups of what? 6 groups of 3. 6 groups of 3. I'm also going to show you tomorrow's real quick, an array. So we talked about yesterday that an array kind of looks like soldiers marching. See how, or people in a parade. See how this is an array right here. This array right here is a 4. Notice 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 4 by 6 array. Look at 4 by 6. 4 by 6. There's 4 groups of 6 here. 4 groups of 6. Look at 1 group of 6, 2 groups of 6, 3 groups of 6, 4 groups of 6. They're just put close together. 4 groups of 6. So how could I do 3 groups of 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to put them in a straight line because remember, they're soldiers marching. I would put X too, more than just dots, because sometimes you're going to get confused. You're like, wait, is that a dot? Or did my pencil just accidentally touch my paper? If it's an X, it's a lot more clear that you meant to put it there. Okay, so how many groups of 5 have I put? I've only put 1. So I need to put 2 groups of 5 now. See how I'm making them like they're soldiers marching or people in a parade? Okay, now I need 3 groups of 5. Does that look like an array? Yes. 3 groups of 5. How many X's are here? Does anybody know? How many X's are here? 3 groups of 5. 15. So another way to think about this is jumping ahead a little bit, but this is division. Check this out. 15 X's shared among 3 groups or 3 people. Each group gets 5. See how division is the inverse of multiplication? 15 X's shared among 3 kids. I'll put circles around for each kid. 15 X's shared among 3 kids. Each kid gets 5 X's. If each circle is a kid, check that out. 15 X's shared among 3 kids. Each kid gets 5 X's. Or you can think about it like this. 15 X's shared among 5 kids. Each kid gets 3 X's. Now you'd be looking at it this way. See how there's 5 kids if I look at it this way now? Jumping a little bit ahead there, but that's how you can see how multiplication and division are related to one another.